Are you a millennial and do you like everything about money? Then you've come to the right place. In today's video, I will share with you the top 3 personal finance challenges that millennials are facing and what you can do about it and how you can turn them into great opportunities. So you can start to master your personal finance and be in charge of your financial future. Hi, I'm Bart Milatz and welcome back. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm an educator and a qualified accountant, and I'm here to simplify personal finance for you. Let's dive right into it with challenge number 1, and that's something called globalism. You see, today, companies and people are competing with people from the other side of the world, who are often able to produce mass quantities of goods and services at low prices. Why? Because often the labor laws aren't as strict as in the Western world. And in the Western world, every day there are more and more rules and legislations that increase the quality of goods and services. So as a result, if you are a wage slave or you are an employee on a salary and you love your job, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course, then you can be in trouble if you're competing with companies and people from the other side of the world. Also in the Western world, I see so many people live in a bit of a entitlement mentality. They expect, benefits and social security and the government to look after them. Whereas on the other side of the world, people just want to work hard and make money, because if they don't, there's no safety net. No one is going to rescue them. And this is a bit of the issue that many millennials have. They're being brought up that, you can have everything you want and just follow your passion and do what you love. But today, that's no longer enough. You need to create a work ethic if you ever want to master your personal finance, to make money, and to escape the rat race. And this leads to the second issue, which is a poor financial education. When I graduated from primary school and high school and university, I was taught zero about personal finance, and I don't see it changing. People are being taught to be drones with kind of this industry mentality. The educational system is so outdated. It's created to make drones and to make slaves. They teach you subjects like maths and geography, and while that's great, today you can just use Excel spreadsheets or Google the answers. And going to school and not learning how to master your personal finance, it's a big, big issue. Even, when I studied accounting and business, I wasn't taught anything about personal finance. I was being taught how I can manage money for these big corporations and debits and credits, but I wasn't taught how to actually make money and save money and manage it. And this is a big issue that millennials are facing. At the same time, you millennials out there, you have such a great opportunity for self-education. Like you're watching this video, you're educating yourself. And there's millions of books out there on personal finance. There are free videos, free courses out there that you can watch. You no longer have to wait for your teacher to talk about it or not talk about it. You can just look it up. You can look up, how do you master your money? How can I make money? How do I master my personal finances? How do I pay off debt? All of this is available with a click of a button. 20 years ago, I didn't have all of this. Way before all of these websites were out there and these online courses, I had to learn this the hard way. So this is a great, challenge, but it's also a great opportunity at the same time. The third and final issue that millennials are facing, and this is kind of a sad one, is increased inflation. You see, a couple of months ago, I met this new friend at a meditation retreat, and he is in his 60s. And we both live in London, and he was saying how, in the 70s, he bought his apartment in London for £40,000. And I'm like, wow, that's incredible. But I was thinking, in that time, your salary must be much lower, right? But he was already earning £20,000 a year. So think about this. You earn £20,000 a year, and for £40,000 you can buy a beautiful apartment in the center of London. So 2 times your salary and you can buy an apartment. And let's fast forward to today. So today the average salary is maybe £40,000 a year. But can you still buy that same apartment for £40,000? No, an apartment in the center of London is £1,000,000 right now. So now you have to work 25 years just to be able to buy the same apartment. And this difference is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Real estate is becoming more and more expensive, but the salaries are not keeping up. And the same is true for any other spending. All of the prices are increasing. Gas prices, food prices, whatever it is, it's increasing massively, but the salaries are not keeping up. And this is such a shame because, the previous generation, they could just buy their home and they're telling their kids, like, you should buy a home, it's a great asset, it's a great investment. But they were lucky in their generation that at twice their salary, they could just buy a home and be mortgage free in no time. Today, I think that advice is bullshit. I think, to work for 25 years just to be able to buy a house is absolutely crazy. And there's a lot of things that you can deal with it. And I urge you to watch this next video, which is the top 3 personal finance opportunities available for millennials. But one of the things that millennials can do about this is to go to another country. I myself, I lived in Thailand for 6 years. And if you buy an apartment in Thailand, you can buy an apartment for £100,000. If you can still work remotely or online for that £40,000 salary, for 2 or 3 times your salary, you can buy a beautiful apartment somewhere else in the world. Unfortunately, many people are so stuck in where they're born. They're like, oh, no, I'm American. I always stay in America. I love America. It's an amazing country. I'm Dutch. Like, I was actually born in the Netherlands, but all of my family, they stay in their own place. They don't even move out of the town that they were born. They're so attached to their place. And frankly, 40, 50 years ago, it was much harder to move to, let's say, Thailand. First of all, a ticket will be like thousands of pounds, which have come greatly down in price due to competition. Also, there were not always visas available, and it was so much harder. There was no internet. Today, with a click of a couple of buttons, you can move to Thailand like the next day. If I want to move to Asia tomorrow, I can do it. Tonight, I book a flight, I get a visa on arrival, which I can extend or turn into a student visa or a work permit if I find a job there, or just move in and out of the country every couple of months. There's so many ways that you can easily live in another country where you don't have as much expenses as you have in the Western world. This is just one of the great opportunities available to millennials. Again, make sure you check out this next video. But yeah, I'm really inspired to serve millennials because I really missed myself this financial education that the schooling system and my parents never taught me. If you have any questions at all, send me an email. I would love to hear from you and help you out on your personal finance journey. Thank you for watching. Check out this next video, Personal Finance Opportunities for Millennials, and I'll see you there.